Good afternoon, good afternoon. It's me again, Demore West, for all those who don't know me. It's another edition of my blog, video blog, or whatever you want to call it. Um, I usually, on my day-to-day travels while I'm on foot, because I usually don't take a vehicle. Um, anyway, today, just finished dropping off the child that I babysit part-time, and now I'm headed on my way to the library. Which is pretty much an every other day, if not everyday thing for me. The pursuit of knowledge has and always will continue to be an important thing to me. But yeah, it's another day, and yeah, I just don't see the changes. Don't see the changes. Um, I know there are things happening. I know there are people inventing things, movements going on, and that's great, awesome thing. But I'm speaking as far as the cities and whatnot that are already established, already built. I don't see the upgrades. I don't see the major push to change to alternative sources of fuel or self-sufficient systems of living. I don't see abandoned properties being turned into greenhouses the size of department stores. I don't see any of the upgrades needed to make our existing cities viable for future generations. I just don't see it. Um, and I've been around for close to 40 years on this planet, so yeah, I don't know. All the upgrades that our society needs, all the upgrades that our economy needs, really shouldn't take this long to implement. We've had the solutions for a long time now. When it comes to not only facing but ending the problems we as human beings created, believing in lies and propaganda, we've had the technology to upgrade our systems, our economic structure, our structures of houses. We've had the technology for a while now to upgrade everything. Not to mention the funds. Some people may ask, well, where are we going to get the funding to make all these changes? Our overbloated defense budget. Real simple, real easy. We spend billions, if not trillions, on war every year. How about we stop wasting money and, funnel it into where it needs to go to: education, alternative energy, self-sufficient systems of living that will lower the cost of living. It's been proven time and time again. You can look up there and you can research passive heating and cooling. I mean, this knowledge is out there. It's been out there for years. But yet still, the mainstream corporations still not have incorporated the ideas of passive heating and cooling and other self-sufficient systems of living that will reduce a person's energy bill. It's been proven time and time again. So if it's been proven to lower an energy bill, what's really taking the corporations so long to implement these upgrades into their existing and wasteful model of construction, pretty much anything we do? Yeah, I don't see the change. Sorry, I don't see it. Like I said, I know there are groups out there doing it, but I mean, let's be real. In the major cities across America, what what real changes are there being made? Like, when I say real changes, I mean greenhouses the size of department stores, not these little rinky-dink, 1 yard. No, real community greenhouses. greenhouses that look like they would actually feed a community. That's the type of change I'm talking about seeing in the cities or here in this small town where I'm at. Like real change, people, real change, not just the usual lip service and then, oh, let's slow it down another 10, 20 years with red tape and like real change, people. What's like seriously? People can riot over sports and presidents and dumb shit. You know, I have to keep coming back to these points because they're just so fucking stupid. You can riot over a sports team, you can riot over a president. But there's no outrage when it comes to important things. Yeah, on a day-to-day basis, I don't see it. I don't. Maybe I'm not in the right places, actually. That's probably what it is. I'm not in the right places. I need to get away from places where the people are just blah. And Sierra Vista is one of those places where the people are just blah. You know what I mean? I need to be someplace where the things that I'm discussing are talked about in the streets openly, like you can hear it. People have on t-shirts, down with corruption. Like, I need to be in a place where people are openly active, not covertly active. Like, yeah, I'm ready to take it to the streets. That's where it starts, that's where it ends. That's where it starts, that's where it ends, in the streets. And I guess that's the thing that upsets me the most, is I don't hear and see these things on a daily basis. You know, I constantly wear a shirt, or try to, with some sort of slogan on it, whether it be F Society or, you know, one of the others that I've come up with over the years. You know, as a visual message to those around me that I am not content with this bullshit. But yet, when I on my daily strolls through society, I see people who may not be content like I am, but they sure as hell don't voice it as much as I do. They sure as hell don't show it as much as I do. Yes, they may be on all these committees for change, and, you know, that's cool. It's very cool. A lot of red tape, and we all know that, which is another brings up another question mark. If we already know that we're going to deal with a bunch of red tape going through the system, why bother going through the system anymore? I mean, if you already know that the process of progress will be severely slowed by all of the regulations, fees and fines, penalties, etc., that the government will automatically enforce, why are people still wasting time? Especially when it comes to the changes and upgrades that are severely needed. Why are people wasting time going through the same government system that's gonna just slow you down in the first place? Especially when the same people who created and run this system don't do the same. Especially when the people who created and now run this system do not do the same. Those who created the laws we live by don't live by them. They don't have to go through all the red tape and nonsense to get the changes they want enacted. So why do people continually waste time going through the same system, they know 100% will only slow them down with red tape. I understand that, well, for me, from my point of view, the main problem is people just aren't knowledgeable enough to go about doing things their own way. Either that or they're, I don't know what it is, still somehow nostalgic for the system of fuckery that our nation has become, as evidence from the recent holidays that passed, people still telling their children, believe in Santa Claus, believe in some fake motherfucker to bring you presents, when really it's mommy and daddy who bust their behinds at work to make money. And that's really where those presents come from. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but to me as a parent, especially as a parent, why would I want my child to believe in a lie? More importantly, why would I as a parent willingly teach my child a lie? Willingly teach my child to believe in lies? I understand that's what America has been, born and bred to do, believe in lies, seeing as how this whole nation was built on lies and greed and murder. But I mean, when do we turn the page? When do we change direction? Especially for the coming generations. Yeah, I get it. Change doesn't happen overnight. Okay. And? Oh, it takes time. Not really. No, it really doesn't. No. Sorry. It doesn't take the amount of time that we are wasting getting things done. It really doesn't. It just doesn't. Guaranteed. But it seems as our species always needs something super dire in order for us to collectively come together as a species and actually get things done as a species for our species. And that's the main reason I can no longer be a part of this stupid ass species, because clock's ticking. Like, every day the people I see around me waste, driving their polluting ass vehicles, because we all know cars pollute the environment. Let's not bullshit ourselves about it. Just take a couple of deep lungfuls of car exhaust and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But every day I see millions of people back and forth every day. And although we have cleaner air laws and all this other nonsense, what good is it if we're still polluting our environments when we know there are alternative energies? We know it for a fact. But instead, we're still wasting money on war and fossil fuels. For what? There's no big nationwide push. And when I say push, I mean people actually out in the streets doing things. Not begging the government to change shit. Not begging the congressman. Not begging the congresswoman. Not on your knees begging to any higher authority. But us as individuals, me, you, actually out there in the streets, building, getting it done, with or without the permission of those who claim to have our best interests at heart.